In this video, we are going to be taking a look at 10 tips in Build-A-Boat for Treasure that every player should know about. Make sure to stay tuned throughout the entire video, and also be sure to like and subscribe. We're not going to waste any more time, let's hop straight into it. Some of these tips you may know, and some of these you might not even know ever existed in Build-A-Boat for Treasure. Starting off with one of the first ones on the list. Alright, so for this first one, if we actually open our menu and we go to save slots, a lot of players don't actually know that this is a feature inside of the game. But if you actually hold on one of your save slots, if you hold it down, click, it'll actually highlight the outline of the save slot itself. Now what this actually does is it's a good way for you to actually organize your inventory. You can't like drag your slots around, but you can click on one that you want to replace it with. So if I wanted to move this one right here and I wanted to replace it with that one, I would just hold down my click and then just click it and it would replace. So it's a good way to actually organize your slots that a lot of players don't actually know about. The second tip I have, that if you guys don't know about this, it's definitely very beneficial, especially if you want to actually get more items. There's a way inside of the game in which you can duplicate any item you want. Now this has been inside of Build-A-Boat for Treasure forever, and if you don't know about this glitch, well, you are missing out. Okay, so if we actually take ourselves, let's just grab this here. You can do entire boats, or you can do just items specifically. In this case, I'm going to use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this right here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fly it out of the save slots just like this. So I'm just going to fly it all the way out here. Now keep in mind, if you have like a giant boat attached, if you have you know, items that you want to duplicate, what you want to do is just fly it out here and then simply just load the save slot back in, and then you're just going to fly the actual old creation back over to your save slot just like this, and you guys will see that I now have duplicated it. Now you're probably wondering, but does this actually save? Well, yes it does. So let's go over here, we're going to press save, and now we're going to, let's just clear all real fast just to prove to you guys that this works. We're going to press load, and just like that, we've now duplicated the steampunk jetpack, which there's only one version of, and yes, even the duplicated version also does work. So all these items do work when doing this. This has been inside of the game for a very, very long time, and I don't think that they will ever actually remove it from the game. Now, this next tip that I want to get into will save you a lot of gold in Build-A-Boat. Well, not really save you gold, but it'll actually give you more. Joining the Chill Studios Roblox groups gives you access to 25% more gold literally by just joining, and then once you rank up, you get 300% more health, and if you get to the Royal Member rank, you get 4 barrels of TNT, 300% more health, and 25% more gold. But how do you actually get the most amount of gold through going through the stages? This is going to be the next tip that I want to show you guys, because every player needs to know about this. Now, if you're a new player inside of the game, you may think, well, why can't I just click on a bunch of thrusters and then just quickly go through the stages, like, as fast as possible and claim as much gold as possible? Like, as long as I get to the end, I'm gonna get all the gold, which you guys will see here in just a second. That's not gonna be the case at all. We're going through the stages extremely, extremely fast here, and just like that, we're at the end treasure. Whoa! No! But right there, we'd be able to claim the chest, but we wouldn't get the maximum amount of gold. We'll only get like a few gold here. So we did get 72 gold, but you guys can see all those stages that we did miss out on. Now, with this leads me into the next tip, and that is to make sure that you maximize the amount of gold you can get from going through the stages. There is, I don't really know the exact time limit you need to be inside of the stage. I think it's like, I want to say it's like 5 seconds or something. I could be wrong though, for you to actually get the maximum amount of gold per stage, because how the game counts how much gold you get is like the amount of time spent per stage, so that way you can't just quickly go to the end. But this grinder right here will give you the maximum amount with the pink candy enabled. So if we count through here, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's probably 5 seconds, I want to say, of going through the stages for you to get the maximum amount of gold per stage. But then again, you don't want to use something too slow, because then you're missing out, you're losing time when you could be using that time and making more gold. So the tip here is to go through the stages in the least amount of time possible, but still claim the most gold possible. And we're going to go down through here just like this, and you guys will see the maximum amount of gold I can get is going to be 237, because I have the 2 times gold game pass. So let's see if I get the 237 gold. And just like that, we just got 237 gold, just like that, guys. And this leads me inside of one of the next tips that I want to show you guys, especially new players. You can get so much gold off the bat of Build-A-Boat Build-A-Boat for treasure by doing quests. Like, you could literally complete all these quests so fast. Starting off with the first one, the Thin Ice quest, all you have to do for pretty much all of these quests is build this very, very, very simple fly glitch, which you guys could use by redeeming one of the codes inside of the game right now. Which, if we actually go to our settings and we type in Chill Thrill 709 was here, just like this, and we press redeem. Number one, another bonus tip I want to say here is that codes still work even if you've redeemed them before. I think that's probably going to get patched soon, but anyway, if we build this little contraption here, we get this firework that's for free and this hinge that's for 45 gold inside of the shop. All we have to do now is go to the end. Like, if you build this contraption right here, you can complete almost all of the quests super, super easily. Keep in mind, this right here will give you 1,000 gold for going to the end. The dragon, you can also complete that super easy. I have a video out on pretty much how to complete all these super easy. You can use the fly glitch for the cloud, for the target quest, for the ramp quest, for the find me quest, and also the thin ice. And you know, the gold that you get from there, you can use to help you with the soccer and also the dragon quest. So using this little grinder right here will definitely help you out if you have not completed the quest yet. And that'll allow you to probably save enough for the property tool to start off. Now, inside of the shop of Build-A-Boat for treasure, there's a way in which you guys can actually save tons and tons of gold. There's a few items, actually it might just be a couple of items that it's actually cheaper to buy and get from the blue chest. For example, is this thruster right here. If you wanted to buy this normal thruster, if you actually buy it from the blue chest, it's actually cheaper than getting it from the legendary. You have a higher chance of getting it from the epic chest, and the epic chest is 4 times less valuable. So you have way better odds of getting this thruster by buying the blue chest than you do the purple chest, and you also save much, much more gold. Now, on top of that, the shop has updated in Build-A-Boat for treasure. They have actually discounted a lot of the blocks. So if you're actually trying to buy chests to get just blocks, I recommend not doing that. Buy the blocks in bulk from the shop, because you guys can see right here, they have pretty much almost every single material of block here inside the shop. So if you're wanting to get one block, don't spend it all on chest, okay? Just use it on the actual block itself, and you can get exactly what you want. You know exactly what you're getting, and I believe you also get it at a cheaper rate. So if you wanted to just buy grass blocks, then just go buy them directly from the shop instead of spending all the gold on chests. One of the next tips I want to go over is a way in which you guys can actually save some Robux in Build-A-Boat for treasure instead of having to spend Robux on some of these Robux items like harpoons, portals, neon blocks, even these thrusters right here. You guys can actually get those for free inside of Build-A-Boat for treasure without having to spend any Robux at all. There's already hidden item locations throughout the stages that you can go get these items for free. You can get 4 portals for free, 2 of these harpoons, 2 of these thrusters, and like 30 neon blocks or 20 neon blocks, which are all Robux items, but you don't have to spend Robux. You can get them for free by getting them from the stages, which I have multiple videos on if you guys want to go ahead and check them out. And also another bonus tip that I wanted to throw in is that if you actually notice inside of your settings here that there's all these customizations, but there's one thing that the private servers don't have, and that is a kick button. A lot of players don't know this, but if you actually own a private server and if you wanted to kick anyone out of your server, whether it's any Roblox game, you have the option to kick them out. All you have to do is simply block the player on Roblox and they get immediately kicked out of your game. I think Build-A-Boat might actually add a kick button inside the future, just because Roblox implemented this this setting where if you block a user, they automatically get kicked out of your server, but it's only for private servers. So if you're wanting to kick somebody out, that's one way to do it. Another tip that I wanted to share is using teams to your advantage. So you guys can see there's multiple teams to choose from inside of Build-A-Boat for treasure, but there's about 3 teams that I personally think are the best and actually give you an actual advantage inside of the game. Number 1 being white team right here. The great thing about this team is its position on the map. It is located directly on the front of the river, so whether you're using any gold glitches, AFK grinders, it is perfect, and you're set up to go directly through the stages without having to make any like 90-degree turns. If you're using a gold grinder on any of the teams on the side, it is a little bit harder because you have to reposition yourself, therefore you're losing time. But on white team right here, you have it set up and you're perfectly good to go through the stages. Now, the other two teams that I think are the best is Magenta and also Yellow team, and the reason why I say these is because they're located right towards the front of the stages, so you actually end up saving time if you're trying to launch a boat. You're saving time on these two teams than you would be on those four right there. But if you guys have any tips that I did leave out in this video, let us know down below inside the comment section. Be sure to drop a big thumbs up and make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you all inside the next one. Peace out and goodbye.